Become a wild game cooking master by watching our professional chefs show us how to prepare outstanding wild game meals, desserts, and side dishes. Hi, I'm Rich McNutt, the author of Hunter's Choices. Hunter's Choices now is an audiobook that talks about different hunting styles and different hunting techniques. But one of the things that I was good at cooking was enchiladas. So today we're going to make enchiladas, and if you look at the counter, this is the total ingredients we'll be using today. There's one thing I want to caution you about. Now, if you're a family of 2 or 3, this is the wrong pan to make your enchiladas in. Okay, I know we like to do big batches and freeze and stuff like that, but this is the wrong pan to do enchiladas in if there's only 2 or 3 people in your household. I like to use bread pans for 2 or 3 people in the household. And one batch of enchiladas, 1 pound of our ground venison, will do basically three bread pans of enchiladas, and we can cover them up and freeze them, and then next week or the week after we just pop it out of the freezer and warm it up in the oven for 45 minutes to an hour, and then we got another meal without having to cook anything. So we'll go ahead and get started. The ground venison is already on the stove, and as soon as it gets browned, we'll start adding some taco sauce and some of our ingredients. Okay, here's our frying pan. You always want to cook with a warm pan, guys, and because this is a stainless pan with no coating, I can use a real steel spatula. The plastic spatulas are for frying pans that have a coating. If you use a steel one in there, you scratch the coating off, and that's glued on with arsenic. And then all your food particles get caught in there. So if you cook a hot recipe like with salsa in it, and then you go fry eggs, your eggs are going to taste like salsa the next time you cook because the particles get caught in the nonstick. So if you use a nonstick pan, use a plastic utensil, always. Because when it gets hot, the stuff gets softer. Okay, in my frying pan, I'm just going to use a splash of olive oil. And because we're going to add spices to the meat to help flavor the meat, we're going to add water. You can add almost a cup, 3/4 a cup of water. You can tell when your pan is hot when the water starts to pop when it's mixed with the oil. So right now we're still waiting for this pan to warm up, and as soon as it gets warm enough to pop just a little bit, for the water to boil just a little bit, then we'll add the meat to it. And that's what keeps your food from sticking to the pan. Now, I'm kind of lazy. So I'm using one recipe, and I'm going to make 5 dishes out of it. You can actually just go with what we have here and do tacos. This is ground venison tacos right now, once this gets cooked. Or we can add a couple more ingredients from the can, and you'll have the ingredients for nachos, and you'll have the ingredients for burritos. Or we can add a couple more ingredients, and we have what we need to make enchiladas. So those are the meals we'll get out of one recipe. Okay, it's simmered for about 10 minutes here. So we'll stir it up and see what we got. Well, that smells good and looks good too. Okay, so this is my taco mix. Just dice your tomatoes like you would for regular tacos, and you got tacos. But we're going for enchiladas in this trip. So with enchiladas, I'm going to add the small can of enchilada sauce right to the meat. And then I add black beans to the meat with the juices in it. Just put the whole can in there. And the secret ingredient is Oh, it's looking good. Now this smells wonderful. Now you have the fixins for nachos. Just put this over the chips, throw some cheese on it, stick it in the microwave, melt your cheese, and you got your nachos. You can take it right now, what's left over, and bulk it for the freezer for later, or put it in the fridge. Now we're going to add our diced tomatoes. They don't quite fit in the pan, so I'm going to cut them. Tortilla. Our meat sauce. Cheese. And one more. Okay, we got one pan in the oven for us to eat as soon as it gets done here, but while it's in the oven, we're going to take and get these ready for the freezer. I'll show you a little trick here is to use enough aluminum foil to completely cover the pan. And then put saran wrap over top of aluminum foil. This will save on freezer burning issues in case it's in the freezer for more than 6 months. If you can wrap Christmas presents, you can do a good job wrapping this, but also label it. Enchilada. And the date. This is Rich's Venison Enchiladas. And now for the best part of this job is eating the samples.
Out of it, using this.
Become a wild game cooking master by watching our professional chefs show us how to prepare outstanding wild game meals, desserts, and side dishes. Get the best desserts and side dishes to go with the most outstanding wild game recipes you'll ever see cooked. All from the Wild Things Show. There are over 70 recipes uploaded for the Wild Things Show Season 1. To view all of the previews and find many free recipes, go to our website at www.wildthingsshow.com. For full anytime access to all of Season 1 and upcoming Season 2 video recipes, subscribe to vimeo.com/on-demand/cooking-wild-game.
I love cooking out in the open.
Then click on the Get Updates tab to receive emails as new Season 2 recipes become available. Your friends and family won't believe how great you can cook wild game by watching the Wild Things Show's professional chefs. Thanks for watching the Wild Things Show Cooking Wild Game. This is Rich McNutt. Enjoy.